Hello everybody. In this video, we will just discuss a next widget from Tkinter library, that is a menu widget. Okay. So what exactly menu widget is? See, for explaining this, let me give you one example. Okay. See, we all know that this is a notepad instance. Okay. So at the top here, this part, this particular portion is called as menu bar. This portion is called as menu bar. Okay. So currently how many menu items are there? File, edit, format, view and help. 5 different menu items are there in this notepad. Okay. When I click on this file, we are getting few more menus. They are called as pop-up menus or sub menus. Okay. So if you want to create this type of widget using Tkinter library, then for that we have to use concept of menu. Okay, in Python. Okay, now let us discuss how to write code here for a display of menu bar. Okay, now see this is our basic code. In this code we just create one window and I have given title for this window as notepad. I have not set any dimension for the window. So let me show you output of this particular code. This is our basic code. Okay, so menu.py. See here we are getting this type of window. Okay, with the title notepad here, with title notepad. Okay, now on this window here I want to display a menu bar, and then later on that menu bar I have to display elements like file, edit, format, view, help, and then within file I have to add pop-up menu like new, then open, save as, and so on. Okay, now if this is the case, then see in the program here we have to create object of menu class. Okay, so I'm going to create object of menu class as menu bar. So menu is an inbuilt class. Okay, just like button or label, menu is inbuilt class available, and for that object, for the constructor of menu class, we have to pass window as a parameter. This is a first step. Okay, what we have done, we just create object of menu class. Okay, and then we pass window as a parameter for the constructor of menu. Okay, now next step is, see on next line we have to create one more object of menu class. Okay, now see this statement is for what? This statement is for placing this horizontal menu bar. Okay, and then later on we have to create separate object for this file, then another object for edit, then next object for format, and so on. Okay, now after creating main menu bar, here we have to create an object for this file menu. Okay, so let us create that object as well. So I am going to give name for this as file menu. Okay, and this is again an object of menu class only. Okay, so object of menu class, and for that we have to pass parameter, and that parameter will be this menu bar, and this menu bar is object of menu class again. Okay, so here we have to write it like this. Okay, now what is meaning of these two statements? If first statement is responsible, this statement is responsible for placing this horizontal element. Okay, and then on that horizontal element one more menu we are adding, that is a file menu using this object. Okay, now next step is, see, using file menu. Now see what is our next task. In this file menu we have to add these elements: new window, open, save as. Okay, now if I want to add new in file menu, then in that case using file menu object, using file menu object, we have to call one function, that is add command function. Add command function. Okay, and for that, which menu actually we have to add? We have to add menu new. So that new we have to display. Okay, so that is actually a label. So here for this we have to use label attribute, and for that label attribute we have to assign value as new. Okay, so I hope you are getting this point. What we have done, this statement just to place this horizontal menu bar, then this object is related to only this file menu, and then in that file menu we add new. Okay, so similarly we have to add what? New window, open, save as, and so on. So let us copy and paste this line. Just copy and paste this line. Okay, so here see, one for new windows, and open, save as, copy and paste this statement. Okay, so first one is for new, second for new window. Okay, then next one is for open, then save and save as. Open, then next one is save, next is save as. Okay, now say after save as, here we are getting one horizontal line, just like this line, that is after print also there is one horizontal line. Okay, so after save as, if you want to give a horizontal line, see this is the code for save as. So after save as, if you want to give a horizontal line, then actually it is related with which menu? File menu. So using file menu object, we have to call one method, that is add underscore separator. Add separator. Okay, so what will happen? It will just create one file menu on this menu bar, and then in that file menu it will just add command like new window, open, save as, and after save as it will just give one separator. Okay, now after separator again two more sub menus are there, that is page setup and print. So we have to copy and paste about two statement once again. So this is for page setup, and next one is for print. And after print, see again there is a separator, and then finally exit. So separator is there, that's why once again I am calling add separator. Add underscore separator. Okay, now say this is a method, so give open and close parenthesis. Okay, let me save this particular code, and then finally there is exit. Okay, so this is code which is related with this menu bar and first menu file and its sub menu like new window, open, save as, and so on. Okay, then after finishing this particular code, at the end, see using window object, we have to call a config method. Okay, and for config we have to use one attribute, that is menu attribute, and for menu attribute we have to assign value as menu bar. And what is menu bar? Menu bar is the object that we create here, okay, of menu class. Okay, so actually this menu bar is related with placing this horizontal portion, and then file menu is related with first menu of that menu bar, and these are sub menu. Okay, here we have just added what sub menus, new window, open, save, then we have added code for this separator. Okay, and then we configure this menu bar to window. But here in this code, till now we have not written the code for this file label. Actually file, see, new window, open, save as are sub menus of what? Are sub menus of file. So this new window, open, save as, we have configured to which object? We have configured to file menu object. But this file menu object is linked, must get linked to this file, but that code we have not yet written in this particular program. Okay, so if you want to attach this file menu to this file option, then in that case here, using menu bar object, we have to call one method, that is add cascade method. See here, using menu bar object. Menu bar is the object of menu class that we have already created. We have to call one method, that is add underscore cascade method. Don't make any spelling mistake. Cascade. Okay, actually this is code for what? This is code for display of this file on menu bar. Okay, so how to display? Menu bar is the object that we create, then using menu bar we have to call add cascade. Now for this we have to pass some parameter. First parameter will be obviously label. What label we have to display here? We have to display this file label. Okay, so here you have to assign value for this as file. Okay, and under this file label under this file level, we have to display these options. Okay, and these options we have attached to which object? This new window, open, save, save as. These options we have attached to file menu object. Okay, so that file menu object must get linked with this file. So for that, here we have to use one more attribute, that is menu, and for menu we have to assign value as file menu. Okay, so I hope you are getting this point. Now see what will happen. See, actually this is the code for placing horizontal menu bar, empty horizontal menu bar. Okay, and then this particular code is code for what? Is code for this sub menus. Okay, then this statement is a code for display of this file option and for attachment of this file sub menus to this file option. Okay, which method we have to use? We have to use add cascade method. Okay, now let me show you output of this particular code. See here, we are getting file menu, and when I click on this file, see here we are getting new window, open, save as, and so on. See, after save as, separator method we call. So here we are getting separator. Again, after print we call separator method. So we have got separator at this point. Okay. Now see, our next task is what? Now our next task is after file. Here we have to display what? We have to display edit. Okay. Now if we want to write code for that, edit, and under edit again some sub options are there. Okay, undo, then separator, again some sub options, and so on. Okay, now if this is the case, then see here in the program, now here, this is the object that we have created for file menu. So just like that, we have to create one more object for edit menu as well. Okay, so you can copy and paste this line. So somewhere here you can copy and paste this particular line. So this time we have to create object for edit menu. Okay, now in the edit menu we have to add what? We have to add undo, then separator, then cut, copy, paste, and so on. So if in edit menu I want to add undo, then in that case, using edit menu we have to call what? We have to call add command. So here you can copy and paste this line, replace this file menu by edit menu, and which option we have to add? We have to add undo. Okay, now see carefully here, after undo there is a separator. So if you want to place a separator, then you have to call this separator method. Okay, so here after undo we have to call separator, but not by using file menu object, but by using edit menu object. Okay, now after separator, see, cut, copy, paste, and delete is there. Okay, so if I want to write a code for that, then you can copy this. After separator, one for cut, then next for copy, then next for paste, and finally for delete. Okay, so here cut, then next is for copy, then next paste, and finally delete. Okay, and after delete, see, after delete there is a again separator. So you can copy and paste this line. After delete you can give separator. Okay, now I am not going to write code for search, being, find, and find next. You have to just copy and paste same statement. Okay, now see, this is the code for what? Edit. Here we create edit menu. Okay, object, and then in the edit menu, by using this code we add some separator and we add some sub menus like undo, cut, copy, paste, and so on. Then see, later on, now we have to display actually this edit on this menu bar. So if we want to display edit on the menu bar, then how to display? See here, how we display file on the menu bar? Using this statement. Okay, so if you want to display edit on the menu bar, then after this separator we have to copy and paste. We have to call add cascade method, and this time using this object menu bar, because on menu bar only we have to add, now not a file menu, we have to add what? We have to add edit menu, and in the edit menu we have to add some sub menus which are attached to which object? Edit menu object. So here file menu we have to replace by edit menu. Edit menu. Okay, so let me save this particular program. So let me show you output. See here, we are getting output like this. In the edit, we are getting undo, cut, copy, paste, delete, and you can add further options in it as well. Okay. Now, one more thing is, see here, when I click on file, initially see first item we are getting blank. Actually, first item that we have added, it is new. Okay, but that new is placed at second position, not at first position. At first position, there is a blank option. Now, if you want to add this new at first position, then in that case, see here, for the file menu, here we have to use one attribute, that is tier of attribute. Tier of attribute, and you have to assign value for that as 0. See what is going to happen because of this tier of is, see when I click on file, first item I am getting at first position. Earlier here I was getting blank option. Now see, if I click on edit here, initially I am getting blank option and then my first option is actually placed at second position. So in case of edit also, if I want to place undo at first position, then for edit also, where is the code for edit? See, there is a code for edit option, edit menu. See here, for this we have to use one attribute, that is tier of attribute, and you can assign value for that as 0. So let me execute this program once again. Now see, when I click on this undo, I am getting at first position. Okay, I hope you are getting this particular point. One more thing is, see, this is just only UI, this is user interface. So if I click on this, nothing will happen because I have not written code to perform the functionality. When I click on particular option, like if I click on open, it will not going to open any window. Okay, because I have not written code here. We are just dealing with here UI. Okay, user interface. Okay, for example, see here, for the file here, we have placed exit. So if we click on exit, then generally it has to close, but its code we have not mentioned. So if I click on exit, and when I click on exit, okay, at that time if I want to close this particular window, so where is the code for exit? See, this is the code for exit. So when I click on this particular label, at that time if I want to close the notepad, then for that, see, on click of this exit, or for on click, we know that we are using command option. We have to call one inbuilt function. There is one inbuilt function, not by using root but by using window. We have to call one inbuilt function, that is quit function. Quit function, this is inbuilt function. Okay, so what will happen when I click on exit, this function will get called and this code will be executed, which is responsible to close the current window. So let me show you output. Okay, before that, let me close our previous window first. Okay, so let us execute this program once again. Now see, here if I click on exit, it will just close. Okay, because code to execute after clicking on particular label, we have mentioned here as far as exit label is concerning, but for other label we have not mentioned any code, so nothing will happen. Okay, if you click on other menus like a new or new window or open or save, any button, print, okay, nothing will happen. For that we have to write further code. Okay, now one more thing I just want to explain here is, see, for this menu widget you can use some attribute. Okay, like for this, currently this new window open, save, we are getting in default what I can say, style. So if you want to change style, suppose if you want to give a background color for this, you can give background color. So we all know that for giving background color we are using bg attribute. Okay, so we have to use bg attribute here for this menu, file menu. Okay, so here you can use bg attribute and you can give background color for this as suppose yellow. Okay, so here I am using background color attributes only for file menu. Okay, so let me show you output here of this. See here, when I click on file, we are getting the background color for the file menu as yellow. Similarly, you can give some other background color for second menu, like one more menu we are having here, that is edit menu. Okay, so this is the code for edit menu. So for this also you can give some background color. Okay, so background color is equal to suppose blue. Okay, so let me show you output. See here, we are getting this in blue color. We are getting file with yellow background. Even you can change the font size of this menu as well. So if you want to change font size, then for that we all know that we have to use font attribute. Okay, so how we use font attribute? Initially we have to write font name. Okay, so again I am going to give font name as Algerian, and then next we have to give font size. So I'm giving font size as 12 for this. So let me show you output. I'm using this font attribute for file menu only. Okay, so here see, when I click on file, we are getting these options in Algerian font with the font size 14. Okay, then same you can copy and paste for second menu as well. So you can copy font attribute and paste it for the edit menu as well. Okay, so you can once again execute this particular code. See here, we are getting this in Algerian font with font size 12. Even you can give border as well for this. Okay, so if you want to give border, then we all know that we have to use relief attribute. Okay, and possible value for one of the possible value for border relief is group. Some possible values we have already discussed in our previous video, and along with that you can give some border width as well. So border width is suppose 4. Okay, so same you can copy and paste for edit as well. Edit. Okay, so let me execute this program once again. See here, it has given border for this. Okay, you can increase border width slightly so that you will get clear difference. You can increase this border width. Let's make it as 14. See here, we are getting border around these sub menus. Okay, so likewise you can use few more attributes. So I want to show you some attributes that you can use. See, cursor attribute, then active foreground, active border width. Okay, these attributes say we have already discussed in our previous videos. Okay, so you can use all these attributes, okay, as per your requirement. Okay, so I hope you are getting this point, how to display, how to use a menu widget. Okay, now I just want to ask you one question based on the content of this particular video. See, you have to write a code to display the UI of complete notepad. Okay, so see here, I have just placed only two menus, that is first one is file and second one is edit. Okay, so you have to write a code for further menus as well, like format, view, help. So you are having these this particular notepad application with you. Okay, so you just observe this and accordingly add menus and sub menus and write a complete code for getting the UI of this notepad. Once again, I just want to clear one thing. See, this is just the UI. We have not written any functionality. Okay, that is, if I click on font, see here, if I click on format and then if I click on font, I'm getting this type of window. Okay, so whatever code that you are writing, through that code you will be able to just place this format and then sub menu, word wrap and font. When you click on font, then if you want to write a code, like if you click on this particular font button and then if you want to display this type of window, then you have to add a functionality for that. Okay, but as far as this video is concerning, we are not interested in adding functionality. Here our concern is related with only writing code to get complete UI of notepad. Okay, so you just try to complete this particular code. Okay, for giving answer of this question, you can follow the link given in the description of this video. So that's all for this video. Stay tuned for further updates. Thank you.